This is not embarrassing at all. We made it! Whenever my mom watches my videos, she always gets really mad at me because I don't put a map into my video of how I got from point A to point B. So here's that. I did not take the Shinkansen. I was packed like a sardine on a random limited express. So cute. God. I honestly don't know how much time I'm going to spend here today, but the plan is just to kind of exist and take some photos and maybe reminisce a little bit. And I'm not going to lie, I also came out to beat the jet lag. I woke up at exactly 4 a.m. this morning, completely unprompted. But to be fair, it hasn't even been 48 hours since I've arrived, so I think I'm doing pretty okay. Please look, this is so pretty. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna die. It's so pretty. I'm gonna die.
어릴 때 원했던 어른이 됐나 Thought I found oh she's mine.
I just got a text from my dad saying that my cat puked into my air filter. He was just getting a breath of fresh air and just yeah, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I feel like it's one thing to experience Japan, but it's another thing entirely to experience the same Japan at different points of your life. When I was a kid, I used to attend school here, but I have this really distinct like core memory of me and my friends in a park like this, running around catching grasshoppers with our bare hands. And the next day we would always brag to our classmates about the biggest bugs that we caught, but there was always this one guy who could catch these kabutomushi, which are like these rhinoceros beetles. None of us could beat him. And now the closest thing I have to that is like in Animal Crossing, where my character is like, Mewtwo! I think the first time I ever experienced Japan as like a tourist was in my 20s. I brought a bunch of my friends here and brought them to like Ollie highlights, and I realized I had never really traveled Japan like that. It was like a completely new experience. But when I moved back here last year, I think I found myself back in the shoes of that like 6-year-old who had scabs on her knees all the time. I used to spend a lot of time walking here, and it is really nice to be able to like repeat those same pathways without having to look at my phone and just being completely disconnected. I just got a video from my dad. This is my cat post vomiting in his air filter. He's so cute. There's apparently monkeys in this area, but I don't think it's the season for them, which is a good thing, because if they come here while I'm recording, I will cry. One of my favorite pastimes is actually people watching, which sounds creepy, but I am a photographer, so I really like slices of life. I just saw a group of students who kind of reminded me of this one time. I was outside eating one of like 5 salad chickens I had bought after a photo walk, and at the same time that I was eating, there was this group of 7 high schoolers, and they were all hyping up this one friend who's trying to like work up the courage to ask out his crush. They were all circled around him while he was drafting the message on his phone, and they kept making suggestions of what he should do, where he should bring her, what he should say, going like, no, don't say that, that sounds too desperate. Oh wait, no, that's smooth, go with that, go with that. And they're picking out like down to the line stickers to send her, and every single time he chickened out, they would be like, no, 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 keep going, keep going, keep going, and then cheer him on. It was like that aggressive support that only exists in like sports and youth. But when he finally pressed the send button, everyone was like cheering for him and jumping around and making a whole bunch of noise. I left before I heard any resolution, just because I thought it was too intrusive already to be wolfing down 3 chickens just for an excuse to stay. But as I was going, he bowed in apology to me because he knew they were being pretty loud, but I gave him like a little taito and like a thumbs up and made sure that he knew that it was all okay. It just makes me happy to see those kinds of moments in real life, and I hope that the group of students that I saw just now that reminded me of this group has like moments like that on their trip today. So I know, it's just so nice. I feel old. I'm so old. I say that at the ripe old age of 25.
널 만나게 된다면 그냥 지나쳐줘. 반복되는 다툼 속 줄어가는 대화, 이별만이 정답일 테니.
So I've been mostly alone this entire day, but about 20 minutes ago I was joined by this elderly couple, and they were just sitting down to eat their bento before going off to their next location and seeing more cherry blossoms. But she gave me onigiri. She just pulled one out of her pocket. She's like, "Onaka suite nai no?" And then she handed me onigiri, and I was like, "Arigato." so sweet. Even though being alone is like really healing, I think I do enjoy company here and there, and I don't think anything can possibly be more pure than a random oji-chan or oba-chan giving you onigiri and telling you about the area that you're in and asking if you got to see all of the cherry blossoms you wanted to, and I was like, I love you. But having alone time today especially was really important to me because I really wanted it to recharge. But even though I'm technically alone, I'm also kind of not because I'm here with you. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here so I can spend a bit more true alone time before heading back to Osaka. We're leaving for Korea tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much for spending time and reminiscing with me today. I know it was more of a sentimental conversation than I probably intended it to be. I don't know how much of it was delirium from sleep deprivation, but we're doing our best. But I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Mata ne! Bye bye!
인침묵보다 더 아픈 건 그저 미안하다는 말